you have come across this message or this video because you are becoming a great enforcer in your life. You refuse to stand down. You have officially reached your breaking point. You're not letting anyone or anything wreak any more havoc on your life. You are really coming to terms with what makes you unhappy, what you don't appreciate, and what you expect moving forward. You are making yourself a top priority. Now, there is going to be a lot of madness along the way. There's going to be some people that are very reluctant to letting you be this way or be this main character or be this person that wants to make themselves a top priority, but you really don't care and you are really not the one. You really don't care and you are not the one to be combative with. You are not the one to try to possess, to try to maneuver. You will take anything wise from anyone's mouth, but does not mean that everything that some of these people are saying to you is wise. You are a great seer, an intuitive, a high priestess, a truth sayer. You have been having to dodge so much negativity and escaping craziness that you are at your official breaking point. You are preparing to rise, to be resurrected, to start a new season, a new era of what you expect, new traditions, new values of what is at the core of what you've always really wanted. So I'm trying to think of some examples. Let's say every year you have to do certain traditions for your family or your loved ones, and a lot of the responsibility falls on you. For example, you're going to be moving on from that and setting new terms for what you expect moving forward. And so, of course, anybody that doesn't benefit off of that is going to be what? They're going to be extremely disgruntled. So prepare for people to be a little bit snippy with you because they're not going to be getting the same treatment that they've been getting from you. But at the same time, they don't deserve the same treatment that they've been getting from you. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? You guys are starting to see this creates drama. This creates resentment. I'm starting to see that. You're also trying to find some middle ground to compromise for the people that you care about, but it does not mean that you're going to put up or shut up. You're done with that. So a lot of people are going to be kind of stunned. You're going to be giving goosebumps. You're going to be giving chills, but you are very aware of what you want right now. It's so clear to you that you expect certain things and that people need to also give there needs to be a proper balance of give and take. And if there is not, then you're out. You are literally out. You are normally the wise counsel that you would heed or that others would heed. But at this time, you might be feeling a little bit lost or hurt because you're really having to soul search and dig deep for what you want to make a priority, and your identity is shifting. You've always been a kind person or compassionate, but again, you feel like you've been getting the shitty end of the stick. You feel like you've been getting steamrolled. People just are not taking accountability, and there are too many benefactors off of what you do. But what could be making you considerably angry right now is these people don't think that they're benefacting at all. They think that they deserve this. They think that they deserve your love, whether they're fair or not. They think that they deserve your love, your adoration, like it's just a given that they should have that. Whether they're accountable or honest or even fair. And you have had it. You guys have certain people in your life that don't want to admit that they're social climbers. You have certain people in your life that do not want to admit that they love instant gratification, that they are extremely selfish, or that your success intimidates them. In whatever small forms or big forms of milestones and success that you guys have been overcoming and working towards, These people want theirs to be greater. They want their stories and their narratives to be greater than yours, but without saying so. And now you are seeing these things clear as day, that you will take control. You will change the structure. You will change the game plan over and over and over again. Some of you guys could have been dating a lot and feeling like everybody you talk to is so fake, or I don't know if the word is pretentious, vindictive, but you are starting to see that they're fraudulent, and it's only a matter of time before that is shown. You feel like you've been kissing a lot of frogs and you're like, where is my prince? Where is my princess? What is going on? You are independent and free. This is something big to you that you're realizing. It doesn't matter how many people are around you and how many people are benefactors of you. You are a free agent. You are independent and you are free. All of this work that you've been doing, this inner work, all of this soul searching, all of this preparation is to show you you can go conquer and maneuver any which way you would like to. Any which way you truly desire, you can move that way. You can pick up and go. Now, this message is going to be very specific. So if it's not your message, don't worry. There are plenty of others. Don't try to jam it up and make it fit. This message is specific to someone that knows they are setting new terms in their life for what they deserve, and that when push comes to shove, they can go out on their own and do whatever it is that they want to do. Now, this might not be what you want to do. You don't want to walk away from certain people, but you will do that if it is necessary, and you understand that people make mistakes. But wherever you are having issues in life, you are done overthinking. You are seeing the truth of what your soul truly needs. Right now, you guys desire independence. You desire free thinking or being free to be happy, but there's so much responsibility and weight on your shoulders of what others expect of you, and they don't understand why you're not the happiest camper ever. They don't understand because they need to continuously be the benefactor in your life. Whether that's listening to them speak, helping them financially, helping them with certain things that they need, you guys are seeing that these people are not appreciating you. They are not appreciating what you bring to the table, like truly. And to you, that is absolutely heartbreaking. The things that you are going to be getting off of your chest, you're going to try to say in the most calm way ever. You might even raise your voice an octave to really get your point across. But these people are going to be more than shocked. They might expect for you to stomp and throw things and be really angry. But if anything, your heart is broken and you're seeing where people have been enforcers in your life, and you're not going to get pushed around anymore. You guys feel like your creativity or your own resources have been strained more than they should be, because you are always giving, and loving and showing people like, I care about you. I'm trying to help. I don't understand why you guys aren't seeing that I am trying to be a good mother, a good father, a good husband, a good wife, a good lover, whatever it is. You are changing the rules of the game until people are assessing what you're telling them, until people treat you more fairly, until they understand your authority and what you mean and how they are truly a benefactor. You're going to be humbling a lot of people as you change these rules and you flip the roles. There's going to be shifts in power because you are beyond frustrated. You feel wronged. You are annoyed, and you want to release this anger and resentment in a really big way. Some of these people that you've been dealing with, they have been reckless with their words. They have been reckless with their actions, and you are going to be the walking justice and the walking karma. Through this really hard experience that you guys have been going through, you are becoming more resilient, even though, you'd rather not. You are growing stronger, and you are looking at all the wisdom that you've gained through major setbacks and things that you've gone through with the relationships that you've had, and you're just over the disharmony. You are over people taking advantage and really not seeing that they are spoiled by you. They are loved by you. They are cared for by you. And you are waking these people up. These relationships that have been really weighing on you, you are waking them up like, hey, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not putting up with that. I don't know what you thought this was, but this is how long it's been wrong. And this is how we need to make it right. These people feel like you're not fun or you're not spontaneous. You guys could definitely be a perfectionist. But again, these people are not understanding that they are the benefactor of what you do. They don't even see that they're in your chariot or that they're riding your coattails. They want to be superior to you. These people in these relationships, they're definitely threatened by you. And this is what you're starting to realize, is that they really do want to be superior. They say that they don't, but they do. They say they don't care about instant gratification, but they do. Or impersonating you, or wanting their narrative to seem way better than anything you could ever say. These are all major red flags that you are now recognizing. So not only are you becoming braver, but you are becoming a dragon. You are rediscovering your individuality, what that means to you. The people that are around you, they feel like we're all supposed to get prizes. We're all supposed to get things. We're all constantly supposed to win prizes. That's like their mindset. You are done trying to please every old body. Right here. All must have prizes. We all get a prize. Oh my gosh, that's a big confirmation that you have this anger and resentment because maybe in the beginning with these people it was fair, or it was a little more balanced, or maybe it even started off rocky and now it's less rocky. But either way, you are seeing where you are significantly pissed off and unhappy, and you are going to enforce the rules, or people can walk, or you will walk. You will either relocate yourself or other people will be relocated. I'm seeing you disengage. You're going to say your piece. You are going to set very strong boundaries, and then you are going to disengage and wait for, okay, what are your actions going to be right now? Something you thought was finished has burst back into your life. So some type of conflict that you thought was over or that you thought was resolved has burst back onto the scene because it needs to be properly dealt with in this season and in this era. Remember that you guys are the truth seer. You are the galactic truth serum. Do not let these people drag you down with wanting to be better than and pretending that they don't care. There's a lot of BS afloat, and this is what you guys are looking at. Like, you're saying this, but you're doing this. You're saying you're about this life, but you're not. You're really seeing right now who is about certain things that they've been saying and who is not. You feel cast away, like however you're being treated, you should be grateful for that. And you're like, on what planet? You guys have run yourself ragged doing certain things for these relationships, and you still feel cast away. you still feel like it's not good enough. You're like, why do I feel alone and sad and anxious, or like I just want to lay in bed and eat chocolate? You're like, why do I feel like I can't achieve great things when I'm truly in the presence of these people? Either they have to be having a good day or they have to be in a good mood for you to be able to achieve these great things. You guys could like Batman, The Dark Knight Rises, The Dark Knight, Batman Begins. It's kind of like in the Batman movies. There's Batmans that are like the comic. Then there's, what's his name? Tim Burton's Batman. And then on top of that, there is Christian Bale's Batman. I forget who makes his Batman, but you guys are definitely seeing where it's crazy. There's a dog walking in front of my window, so I'm going to take that as confirmation. There is great things that can still be achieved. There is, after some of the Batmans that were done, I think it was Batman Forever or George Clooney's Batman, they stopped making Batmans for a while. They thought, okay, this is played out. Then there was this new era that was born, and it was Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. I love all of them, but you are this dark knight that is rising. You've already overcome so much muck, so much turmoil, so much manure that you couldn't see straight for decades. And now you are coming out of this depression, this fog, this sadness, this sickness, this illness, and seeing, even if I'm ill or sick or dealing with things, I still have a very optimistic outlook. And why do I have to feel so tethered or unhappy or responsible for everybody else's ish? And what I'm channeling is, you guys are made to feel responsible for everyone else's happiness and dopamine levels. You can't even get your own together half the time, but you've got to be responsible for everybody's emotional roller coaster of how they should feel and how they should rise and feel like, good. And this you're starting to see is very toxic for you in relationships, because it is not your responsibility to make these people emotionally happy or physically happy, all while they're preaching on you and projecting on you. It just doesn't work that way. You guys are starting to see where people's unconditional love actually has conditions. And where they thought, oh, they're not really going to be anything, whatever that little phase they went through, that's over or that's dead and gone, you are being resurrected. It's like the Batman trilogy is been resurrected, and it can't really, that was the best. Even if we like the first Batmans, even if we like the comic book ones, you're being seen as iconic. It is time to see yourself as that. I hope I'm explaining this okay. You guys, it's time for you to see yourself as that. This iconic trilogy, but your story is not over yet. You are one of the greats. You are a GOAT. You feel me? You're starting to see where you've had some abandonment issues, so you might be realizing where you feel abandoned or where you feel let down. And it's all starting to make sense to you that you need to articulate this a certain way, because certain things cannot get rectified if the door is not even cracked or if the door is not even open. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? If the door is locked, if the door is locked, how can you open it to make amends? Okay, so some of you guys dealing with toxic relationships or a situation in a relationship, how can you make amends if the door is closed or the door is locked? You can't simply walk in and try to compromise or try to make it better. You would have to knock. it would have to be considered. The door would have to be opened. There would have to be all of these steps before you guys would be able to find just a regular schmegular common ground. It's like not going to bed angry. If you are in a separate area and this person's in a separate area, how would you come back together if there were doors between you and they're closed? You feel me? Okay, I hope that makes sense. And you guys are just not amused with a new routine or new traditions that involve you doing a lot of the heavy lifting. You're not playing games with these traditions that other people would love to have, these other values or these other responsibilities that other people would love to put on your shoulders, and then poke at you and say, why aren't you having fun? Oh my gosh, you're so miserable. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with you? And not only are you successful, but this is a very low-key way of putting you in your place. And you guys are waking up to this. Before, you thought you were being a great mother, a great wife, a great partner, a great best friend, a great sibling. And now you're seeing this is a very low-key subliminal way of humbling you. You make the sacrifice, but you have enough on your plate. You do so much as a great one. You are a key component with healing this world. That when do you get a break? I'll wait. When do you get to rest on your laurels? When do you get to rest on everything that you put forth into the world? When do you get truly treated so you can be fun, so you can be spontaneous, so you can be all of these things? Maybe you guys have people complaining, oh, you used to be more fun. Now you're this. It's another way of humbling you because why so serious? Riddle me what? Why so serious? You're changing and shaping the world. Your messages, your art, your music, whatever it is that you create spiritually is of great significance and of great value. And people can see that they cannot get you for anything to put this down. Oh, if you're tired or if you don't want to do all of these great things for me, this must be why this key component here, you have to let that go. And since they can't get you to drop it, your purpose, we're talking about your purpose here. Since they can't get you to drop your purpose, they are going to try to get you to drop the ball in other areas. And you might not even realize that some of these people are doing this. They might not even realize that they're doing that. But you are the psychological genius. So you are going to break it down bit by bit, layer by layer. You're going to peel it all back and say, enough. Enough. This is like moving with your family, but you're the only one lifting everything. But it was their idea to move. It was their idea to pick this place and have all of these great things to put in this place, but you're the one doing all of the heavy lifting. Why? You are realizing that people that have told you all this time that they are not hard to please. People that have told you all this time, I'm not hard to please. I'm really easygoing. I'm really positive. I love unconditionally. Blah, 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 fucking blah. You know better now. You know better now. Because you see where you don't care anymore. Because where is everyone caring about what's going on with you? And I feel like you guys are at capacity for BS, drama, people's feelings. You are at absolute capacity. You guys could be turning off your phone more than ever on Do Not Disturb. Phone is on silent. Ringer is off. You might leave your phone somewhere. That's how done you are. Understand this, bestie. You are being rewarded after some very hard lessons. And I know these lessons are hard because you're trying to always see the best in people. You give them the benefit of the doubt. You love to resolve and rectify situations, but there are major components that are changing. There are new terms that are here. Like, let's say you're moving right now and you're doing all the heavy lifting, but on the next move, like, let's say you have to move again in the near future. The next move, it's going to be everybody else's responsibility. You're not lifting no fingers. None. And you really want to see what your authority will gain. Let's say family gatherings or family functions or certain things in your family are always your responsibility. Maybe you're done with that. And people are going to kind of get angry with you, like, well, why are you doing that? Da, 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 da. And traditions can shift. And you are changing the trajectory. I can never say that word. You are changing the trajectory. Because you're like, why am I falling? Why am I in descent? What? What is going on here? You are seeing where people are very hesitant and reluctant to take the reins. They would rather you do it. And I want you guys to understand that there are not many people like you. There are not many people like you. You inspire trust and you inspire confidence. And it is okay to be fed up. You are recognizing the disharmony in your life and seeing, I am not the things that these people say that I am. I am just holding on to resentment. I am holding on to anger because everything falls on me. Again, they're riding your coattails. They're the benefactors and you're just over it. You are over it. You are a born healer. You have shamanic lineage. You are awakening your vision. If my life was amazing, what would it be like right now? You're going to start putting that into play. Instead of feeling like you have to walk on eggshells for whoever these people are. You're like, why is it this way? You're holding people accountable. You're holding them to the fire. They have goosebumps. They have chills. Oh, well. You're the one carrying around the anxiety and having to worry all the time, worrying way more than they do. These people do not understand these relationships that you have right now, that you are looking at, that you are observing and taking in. You are realizing they do not understand all that I do, or how much I care, or how much I pray for them. So no matter who these people are to you, that mean a great deal, they need to listen to what you're saying because you're not joking. They need to listen to what you're saying because you are not joking. You are also going to try to revive the relationships that you know that you have great chemistry with. But at the same time, you might be feeling like your love life is cursed right now. You might feel like there are major differences here. How are we going to work on those? And the people that you care about or the person on your mind, it bothers you that they care so much about what other people think. And it's not necessarily maybe what other people think that bothers you because you guys could be perfectionists and you care how things are presented. But at the same time, you don't care how anybody in your past sees you. And some of the people that you're dealing with, they want to present a certain narrative to the people from their past. And that's not going to fly with you. You already have a magical reputation in some of these relationships. There are already people talking about you from the past. So you don't really care if they're fond of you or not, or if they think that your life is amazing. You are learning to honor the cycle that you are in and know that what goes around comes around. As soon as these people have very ill intentions towards you, whether they're past or present, you are letting go of the old. You're like, that way of us doing that, that doesn't work for us anymore, and we need to fix that. I need to honor this cycle of let's repair, let's mend it, let's truly fix this. You're also very tired of where people would guilt trip you and goad you. You're shifting this like now. Where people have been a bad influence, where people have been scheming and controlling and just contriving. Is that a word? I'm pretty sure it is. All of these manipulation tactics, you are over. And a lot of it has to do with guilt tripping. That bothers you. You're like, why are you trying to guilt trip me? Like, what? Like, oh, you should have been doing this. Oh, you should have been doing that for me. Duh. Like, why didn't you buy me a car? Why didn't you put this out for me? Why didn't you already do that? Why didn't you already buy that? Why didn't you already make me happy? You're like, on what freaking planet? Right now, you are the phoenix and you are working on yourself. God forbid. You are learning to figure out what you really want. Wow, confirmation. You're learning how to figure out what you really want, and you're learning how to keep your options open. You're wanting to go with the flow. You don't want all of these hard things set in stone that have to do with you and everything riding on your shoulders. There's enough that rides on your shoulders, and you've had it up to here with everyone putting it on your mother effing plate. You are starting to see that there's a better way. There's either something better or someone better. You put it where it goes, bestie. There is either something better or someone better. But you are seeing where this circus is out of control. The relationships that you really care about, that you yearn for, that you pray for, there have been unexpected major changes. This is a cosmic intervention because there needs to be a shift. There is going to be a shift. This is a very powerful change of heart. Because God is showing us like, hey, I know that you think that this is going to keep going this way, this cycle, but it's not. Because you are going to burn out, you are going to spin out, you're going to be super resentful, and we have to enforce and implement new rules of this game. The divine is showing you this solar eclipse, this cosmic intervention came into place so you would change and implement new rules of this game, of this season. I'm hearing rules are meant to be broken. Whatever rules people try to tell you, this is just how it's supposed to be. This is your role and this is my role. God is saying it's time to implement new rules because I don't want to say like you're the better person, but you are being the better person here, even though you can roll around with the worst of them. I'm hearing another motorcycle. You guys can easily roll around with the worst of them, but God is showing you no. Stop and pause. Let's implement new rules. Trust and believe what it is that you truly, truly want in your life because you deserve that. And these people are trying to make you feel like, no, you can't just have that because you're miserable. Or you can't just have that because there's all these things that I put in the way. So, I mean, you kind of have to do all of that and make me happy. And then let's see. But without telling you all of that, they're doing that. You are trying to revive what was lost. And though you're always trying to create something out of nothing, you are tapping into your alchemy. So I want you guys to affirm down below, I turn straw into gold. There is also, you're changing your perspective on certain things that you used to put up with in regards to third-party situations or people even talking about it. I'm trying to think of how to say this. You guys could be dating somebody or with someone that tries to make you feel like there's somebody always lurking in the corner. Like, that person lurking could be my person. So what are you going to do about it? If you guys are dealing with that, you are getting major clarity on how to deal with that situation and how to either rectify it or walk away. You guys will know which one is for you. Relationships are not all that, easy to figure out sometimes. And sometimes you guys have assets and children and all these working pieces. But if you are meant to relocate, God will provide a way. God will make the path very clear, and you will get the nudge. Hey, we don't need to be here anymore. You're not going to be with this person much longer. And so really be listening to that. You are the all-seeing eye. Again, you are the truth sayer, and you are coming out of this stagnation, out of this dust, out of this drama, and you are becoming a rising star and showing people, I've always been loyal. I've always been a loyal and devoted, caring person. And that's the thing. Strangers are treating you better than the people that you are in relationships with. And realize that you are divinely protected. And there is a very favorable outcome on the way. Affirm it below. There is a very favorable outcome on the way. God wants you to enjoy this transformation. I know that's easier said than done, but God is really wanting us to transform that. This doesn't have to be the worst, most terrible thing. And not everything that other people say is gospel. You guys are also learning how to become more stoic. Because if you are this bright, bubbling light, maybe you're needing to, ice some people out, be a little bit more stoic. And those that have really tried to run amok or buckshot in your life, they are being exposed for scandal, for being sick, for creating hardship and creating poverty. These people have, in fact, created this in your life. Whether it is a mother, father, brother, lover, whoever. I am seeing that God is going to be bringing you guys out of major debt or major despair. Wow. Major debt and major despair. I got the Ace of Pentacles and a mighty shield. Your money has a mighty shield, bestie. Hello. Your money has a mighty shield. You have money coming in, new abundance, stability, and a business opportunity. So the things that are bothering you right now are maybe normal. Like if you were normally bothered about or worried about money, you're not worried about that right now. You're worried about your relationship. So there's like a lot of seventh house, like I got to repair, fix, or get rid of. Repair, fix, or get rid of. I said what I said. But you are getting new opportunities. And maybe it's showing you that these people cannot be the benefactor. Either you have to implement new rules of the game, or these people will be relocated because they are not meant to ride your coattails all the way through. Really listen to those nudges of, hey, this person's not going to be around much longer. You don't need to know the who, the what, and the when, but they might not be here much longer. I'm sensing some type of separation. You don't have a lack of community, though you might feel like that. You guys might be really keeping to yourself right now as you are working through this self-doubt. But you definitely have people that are trying to make you feel canceled, trying to make you feel like, oh, well, if I say you're not a part of this, then you're not a part of this. So I don't know if this is family drama or a relationship that you guys are dealing with. I know you guys will let me know in the comments, but there are a lot of people crushing on you. And there are a lot of people that admire your creativity, your spirituality, and God is saying you will make it through this. You are one of the greats. You will make it through this. Wow. Bestie, whatever you're working through, I know it just doesn't feel great right now. You're really working through some feelings that you are not used to working through. Or maybe every certain time of the year, these feelings really bubble up and come to the surface. But I feel like it's coming up for a reason to show you, hey, these certain areas, these certain pockets of life, you need to implement new rules because you're not happy there. And you are going to be guarded and protected as you implement these new rules. You're going to set down a foundation of this is my expectation and this is what we're doing moving forward. Okay, this is what we are doing moving forward. You are also going to be accessing new gifts with how you see and how you interpret things. So I don't know what that means, but let me see if I can get anything else. I feel like you're going to be learning how to connect with your gifts differently or your creativity differently. Yeah, solitude. Maybe you were praying for solitude, praying to be able to work on these things with it being quiet or silent. Maybe that's something you're really praying for right now, or maybe you're moving around your schedule so you are able to do the things that you really love, or even step into your purpose in great solitude. You are going to accelerate your ascension this way as well, and you're going to help build your light body. God is going to help put you in places where you will have this solitude. That is what I'm channeling. If you're really wanting peace, but it's not that easy for you to just go off into the sunset or right off into the sunset, God is going to show you throughout the day where you can be maneuvered to get that peace, to get that calm, to get that feeling of that sigh of relief. God is going to move you from place to place to give you a sanctuary. Like, hey, let's go for a drive right now. Let's work on this project right now. Let's go to the gym right now. Let's go run these errands right now. God is going to move you to certain places to get this solitude and to get your mind clear of any type of fog or spell work or witchcraft around certain relationships that are just really weighing heavy on you right now. And don't forget, bestie, that you are allowed to ask for help. Your angels and your ancestors are here and saying, ask for help. Just like you pray for these loved ones, just like you pray for their recovery, you pray for their wellness, you pray for their safety, for them to be okay. Pray for your peace. Pray for the help that you need, and you will be practicing cosmic mastery. Do not let anybody make you think that you are not truly an ambassador of peace. Do not let anyone project or make you feel like you bring all the chaos to the table. Sometimes we are around people that do not bring out the best in us. And sometimes when we have people around us that are not really working on themselves and they're people that we care about, they can have this superiority complex or try to humble us or whatever the case is. You guys are going to be dancing your way towards these new opportunities. Whoever or whatever has been being ignored under the rug, you are addressing that. Holy Spirit, anything else? I'm also getting that you're not going to be accepting any brown nosing. You're not going to be accepting any love bombing. You're not going to be accepting that. You guys, again, are going to be seeing through that. And I feel like it's coming in very swift. The way that you guys see clearly is coming in very swift. You are done with the towers that some of these relationships have caused you. And you see and have seen all throughout this last year where certain people that you care about have not done right by you and where you walked away. So maybe you're getting ready to do that again. But either way, you guys are getting ready to pivot and implement a new way that things need to be for you to be happy. You will make it through this. I love you guys so, so much. If you guys made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. I want you guys to drop a paint palette down below, this little paint palette emoji. You are a Picasso. You are iconic. You are one of the greats. You are a truth sayer. You are a truth seeker. Don't let anybody tell you different. You are about to paint a whole new picture. You are implementing new rules, new protocol, new Youve, and God is going to be the wind beneath your wings as you're doing so. So again, if you guys made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. And don't forget to drop a paint palette down below. Let me know, is this a relationship? Is this work? Is this family? I love hearing from you guys. Don't forget to smash the you-know-what, hit the bell, duh. You guys do not want to miss out. We're doing 2 big giveaways coming up very soon. And I think that's it. Bye, guys.